This video will cover making a sale at the pumpkin patch. In this video, we will walk through an overview of the sales process. Then we will focus on the steps of counting the items and pricing the total sale. The sales process has 7 steps. Of course, the customer must be ready to pay for their collected items. First, we go through the customer's selections, identify and count them, and we use this time to price the sold by size items. Next, we assign prices to the novelty items and compute the total amount of the sale. We tell the customer the total and ask if they would wish to round up the sale to help with our ministries. Asking to round up the total is best done for purchases greater than $10. Try to round up to the next $5 or the next $10 if the purchase is over about $70. Use your judgment. While they understand our asking, we don't want to anger customers. Now that we know the final total, including any donation, we're ready to accept payment. Choices are cash, check, or credit card, but not debit cards. Make change from cash payment using the cash box. Checks are made to Trinity Wilmette for the exact amount only. For credit card payments, please see the video about how to use the Flex payment device. With payment complete, record the sale on the sales log sheet. Please see the video about using the sales log sheet correctly. Give the customer a smile and say thank you. That will lead customers to return next year or maybe even later in the month. If it's not too busy, no one else is waiting to pay, and you are physically able, then offer your help to put items into the customer's car. You did it. The sale is complete. Now we are going to take a closer look at the core steps of counting the items and arriving at the total price. Going through the customer's selected items and pricing the total sale are the most time-consuming steps of the sales process. Over the years, we have learned to make those steps easier and faster. Many time slots are staffed by only one person. These solo time slots keep our ministry present every day of the week. Solo time slots are at times when experience has shown customers have an interest but make smaller purchases. We expect that you will not have difficulty using mental arithmetic, but the sales tickets and a calculator are available to help. The sales ticket has a column on the left to record the prices of pumpkins by size. The remainder is for recording the quantity of each novelty item and the computed total price. Depending upon what the growers send us, there may be larger and smaller sizes of some gourds. Those prices would be shown in the sales log table as separate lines under the item's name. Let's see how this might work. Okay. The customer has 2 Spookies and 1 large Gizmo. I measured 1 pumpkin that sized $11. There was also a fancy pumpkin sized at $9. I'm going to circle that because I need to remember to add the upcharge. Okay, let's price this out. Spookies are $3, so 2 of them make $6 total. A large Gizmo is $8. The regular pumpkin is $11. The fancy upcharge for the $9 item is $2, so the price is $11 for that. So 6 plus 8 is 14, plus 11 is 25, plus 11 is 36. So I'll ask if the customer wants to round up to $40. It's common for 2 persons to work a time slot that is busier. We have learned that the best method for 2 people to work at the sales table is as a team handling 1 sale at a time. One person, the agent, goes item by item through the customer's selections, calling out information to the scribe. The second person, the scribe, records the information called out onto a sales ticket, and then completes the sale. The agent groups the novelty items together and calls out the total number, like 3 Spookies, 2 Gizmos. The agent also measures the by-size pumpkins and calls out each price, noting if it is a fancy pumpkin, that is, $13 or $15 fancy. The scribe uses the sales ticket to record the number of novelty items in each type as called out by the agent, and to write down the by-size prices in the left-hand column, circling the fancy items. Let's hear how that would work from the point of view of the scribe.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes, all set. Go ahead.
3 Spookies,
3 Spookies,
1 Swan Gourd,
1 Swan,
6 Weebies,
6 Weebies,
a $13 pumpkin,
13,
15 fancy,
15 fancy,
18,
18,
12 fancy.
12 fancy.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. When the agent has finished with the customer's selections, then just as in the solo sales example, the scribe finds the prices of novelty items and multiplies by the quantity to get the total for each, and uses the fancy upcharge table to correct the circled items to their full prices. The scribe can now add up the by size column and the novelty item totals to reach the overall total price. The scribe conveys the total to the customer along with the option to round up the amount. Finally, the scribe processes the payment and records the transaction in the sales log, thanking the customer for their purchase. Meanwhile, the agent may help move the items into the customer's car. With 3 people, we recommend that one be dedicated as the banker at the sales table. The other 2 then work as a team of agent and scribe to record the customer's selections onto a sales ticket. They give the sales ticket to the customer and direct them to pay the banker at the table. It is important to avoid congestion at the sales table. With 4 people, congestion at the sales table is a serious problem. We recommend that there be a dedicated banker at the table with as many roaming agent-scribe pairs as can be staffed. Those teams send customers with sales tickets to the table banker who totals the order and finishes the sale. An extra solo person can handle small purchases at the table. Thank you for volunteering to sell pumpkins. Your participation is important mission work. If you have questions, please email the Pumpkin Patch team at trinitypumpkins@gmail.com.